After a few months without any significant results, including a shocking early exit at the PGL Major, G2 finally lived up to everyone's expectations with a first-place finish at DreamHack Masters Malmo, the first premier event after the post-major break. Hey folks, Dust here with Blitz Esports just to give you an update on G2's recent form, as well as let you know what changes they've been up to lately. While many teams shuffled rosters in the post-Krakow mid-season break, G2 avoided any tweaks to their lineup in favor of switching up their approach to the game. These adjustments propelled G2 to go on a monstrous run at Malmo, toppling over PGL Major finalist Immortals, one of the world's best teams at SK, the new and improved NIP, and the ever-dangerous North. The changes that helped G2 find the crown in Sweden included placing Shox into the main attack group, adding Mirage to their map pool, and finally instilling some discipline to their economy management. Moving Shox away from the edges of the map on T side has done wonders for his shot calling, as well as the team's entry power. This was first noted actually during the ESL1 New York qualifiers for Europe, directly following the PGL Major. For example, traditionally you would see Shox playing around the Squeaky Door area on Cash. However, at the New York qualifier versus Envious, Shox started to get more involved in the middle of the map, helping to lead attacks and capture map control. Let's take a look at 2 rounds from this match versus Envious so you can see what I'm talking about. In round 12, you can see Shox and Apex both sitting on the mid boost. Both players peek out simultaneously, resulting in 2 quick kills for G2. Now unfortunately the rest of the team loses their duels, resulting in Envy taking the round, but you can see the potential impact that Shox is having on the middle of the map. In round 13, you again see Shox and Apex taking mid control, but this time with Shox coming out solo at first for the initial pick. Thanks to the coordination between these 2 players, Shox is able to get a frag on the Opper to get the early advantage. He then dies to Happy at White Box, but he created an opening, which is what matters most, leaving Apex in mid, which forces Happy to fall back into the A site via Highway, leaving a vulnerable B bomb site for G2 to attack. In both of these rounds, you can see Shox getting in the action, making trades in the middle of the map, as well as making solo picks to help open up the map for his team. During DreamHack Masters Malmo, you can see more of the same. Here, for example, in round 27 versus NIP, you can see Shox being more of a team player. He boosts over mid and leads the charge, securing 2 frags and picking up an assist on Get Right. With Shox's sheer firepower concentrated with the rest of his team, these hard-hitting, fast pushes are much more lethal than when he was playing near Squeaky Door. When asked about this adjustment, Shox's teammate MBK stated they made this shift in Shox's position as they felt it would make our team bases stronger to have Shox in the attack group and being able to see what happens better. Not only does having Shox as a part of main attack group help due to his immense firepower, but it also allows him to see firsthand how his opponents are responding, allowing him to make more informed calls when IGLing. Team Liquid made a similar decision with Stanislaw and Nitro recently at ESG Mykonos. We can see an example of how this move may have helped Shox in the grand finals of Malmo versus North. On round 6 of the match on Inferno, you can see G2 go for an early banana push. They are delayed by smokes and nades, allowing cajunB to rotate from A to the back of the B bomb site, where he's able to hold off G2's attack. Now in the very next round, G2 shows the exact same banana aggression, except this time they utilize Molotovs to control the CT's placement, leading to a free frag on MSL. Knowing how quickly the CTs rotated in the previous round, G2 doubles back and hits the A bomb site. Because Shox was in the main attack group, he was able to see how quickly North rotated to the pressure on Banana. Knowing this, he was able to modify the previous round strat, capitalize on North's quick rotations, and take round 7. Another shift in G2's approach going into Malmo was some fine-tuning of their map pool. For a long time, Mirage was a permaban for G2, yet at Malmo, G2 looked to ban Train instead, while leaving Mirage on the table. G2 is able to integrate Mirage into the map pool by letting Apex lead instead of Shox. On Mirage, Apex brings a good mixture of standard mid-control play as well as pacing changes, including some rapid executes. Here on round 4 versus Immortals at Malmo, you can see Apex calling for a mid-control play that turns into an A-side execute. Just 2 rounds later, you can see Apex switching things up, calling for Shox to entry on A site into a fast hit, taking advantage of Shox's new entry role. Again, 2 rounds later, Apex switches it up with a fast play on B. By switching up tactics so frequently, Immortals are unable to make consistent reads on G2, giving the French team the edge to take out the major finalist. On the CT side of things, Apex sees the team playing more aggressively. For example, in round 20, you can see Shox pushing A ramp, which results in a frag on Bolts, and just 2 rounds later, Shox playing up close on the A ramp with forward positioning, shutting down Immortals Execute. Now, this aggressiveness isn't only seen by Shox. Mirage has often served as a playground for mobile CT operas such as Fallen Device, and for kennyS it's no exception. At round 28, you can see Kenny going for an aggressive peek out connector where he's able to pick off Lucas. As Immortals begins to execute on the B-bomb site, Kenny rotates to market where he's able to pick up 2 more frags, securing their map for G2. Because of Kenny's amazing skill with the AWP combined with his mobility, Mirage is a solid map for G2 to pick up for him to use to his advantage. By allowing Apex to take over shot calling on Mirage, utilizing Shox's entry power and kennyS's mobility with the AWP, G2 now has 1 more map in their pool where they can go head to head with the best teams on the planet. Finally, the last big change we saw for G2 was a shift in their economy management. The French players on this team are certainly famous for their pistol work and force buys, dating all the way back to the days of the infamous LDLCZ. The current G2 was also fond of rolling the dice on mixed buys ever since coming together. However, at Malmo, G2 demonstrated more discipline when it came to their spending habits. We saw a lot more traditional saves from G2 throughout the tournament, which gave G2 more opportunities for better buys during their games. This allowed getting better firepower in the hands of G2 star players on a regular basis, particularly giving kennyS more cracks at the AWP. The result was a monstrous performance from kennyS with the added rounds on the sniper, eventually earning him the MVP award. While there are certainly some other changes you could point to for G2 coming into Malmo, these particular arrangements leapt off the page and provided a noticeable positive impact on G2's performance. G2 will certainly be a team to keep an eye on going forward as they bolster a lineup full of talent and now an improved strategic approach. Hopefully there will be more success in this team's future as they look to add some more trophies to their cabinet as 2017 heads into a busy conclusion.
For more CSGO interviews and analysis, subscribe to our channel. You can also find stats, discussions, and more on our website and mobile app at blitzesports.com.